This series is written chronologically. If you are new to the series, you must start at Season 1, Episode 1. Thank you. The Blood-Drawn Chronicles, Season 12, Winds of a Welcomed Winter, was written by Michael Bradley and produced by DigiFox Studios, was brought to you in part thanks to the generous contribution of our patrons, William Wibbins and Zoe Robinson. Thank you, William and Zoe, for your generous donation. We'd like to take this time to thank you, the listener, for all your ongoing love and support during the making of this series. It has been a privilege for us to make this show. And now that we've come to closing with this final season, we want to say, what a journey it has been. Stay tuned after the show for a very special message. We'd also like to take this time to thank Lord Saunders from www.lordsaunders.com for the wonderful audio mastering of the episode you are about to enjoy. As always, thank you for listening. And now, our story continues.
April 11th, 1712. To my dearest Malcolm, I wish I could say it is with melancholy that I write, but far be it for me to add further lies to this letter when I feel it in my heart that you are seeking truth. Son, weeks ago I received the news of your death at the Battle of Olivefield. Days after the news landed on my doorstep, further news arrived about their miscalculation. According to the letter, they misread your signs and believed you to be dead. They buried your body only to have you miraculously dig your way out the following day. Confusion may not be the proper word to describe how you are feeling at this moment, but do try to be reasonable, as it is not easy for me to write what I have to write. You are, and forever shall remain, my little Malcolm, but the sad reality is that by now you've discovered the truth. You are not like other men, and unlike the day, many years back, when you were but a small boy and you fell a great distance while climbing a tree with your friends, I cannot pretend that as I did on that day, when I told you your bones did not break from falling such a height because angels were watching over you. Malcolm, you are special, and part of me can't help feel as if you should never have discovered this. But off you went with your friends to Paris on an innocent venture to woo the French gals. Then from nowhere I read that you signed yourself to join Louis XIV's War of the Spanish Succession. To this day I wonder what hand intervened in such a manner as to send a 19-year-old boy to war in a foreign country when he was simply on vacation. As foul as the act may seem from a mother's perspective, I must accept that whatever the reason, you were a man when you left me 2 years ago. And I must also accept that at 21 years old now, I must lose you to the truth. A truth I so speak plainly now. Malcolm, I am not your real mother, and Charles Harper was not your real father. The real identity of your parents is a deal too great to put on paper, but the proof of what I say can be found in both the sword and satchel which come with this letter. They belong to your real father. You'll find that these items are not of earthly build. They are enchanted and meant to be given to you when the time was right. The sword in particular was an item I very much wished to never hand over to you, but your real father would want you to have them both. There are many questions left which I wish to answer personally. Please, however you may feel, please come home to me, Malcolm. I'm still your mother, and no matter what the subject, this is still a birthday letter. I love you, son. Your mother always, Elizabeth Harper, Duchess of Pembroke.
Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed this episode, please feel free to check out our other productions at www.foxplaybox.com. Also, check out the podcast series from Doc Ouija titled One from the Vaults Podcast at www.onefromthevaultspodcast.com. If you love a good horror story, then this podcast might just be what you're looking for. This has been Myrick Myerson and Nelson Ventura, saying thank you for allowing us the opportunity to entertain you. We'll see you again in the next chronicle in the blood-drawn series titled The Black-Hearted Mr. White, coming later this year, 2018. Thank you, and good night.